Hello friends, greetings. Welcome to How to VLAN channel. This is DB VLAN stream. Today in this video we are going to see how to set up a fresh TDE key using OKV. You may remember that we have done TDE key setups in the past. So we have done a video on how to set up a TDE key using file, and then we have seen a video on how to migrate a TDE key from file to OKV. All those are done, but we have never seen a video where we set up a fresh TD key using OKV, and today that's what we are going to see. But this is not a just this one part. Our objective is to actually try restoring the database which has a key set up in OKV. In case of a file-based TD key, what do you normally do? You just copy the file and paste it on the target environment, and then you will set up the parameters in such a way that the database will recognize the keys, and you're all set. So if you need you copy the private key, the encryption key and the single sign-on key and the .so file. So that should automatically resolve all your issues. But with the OKV, I wanted to certify if the same and it's so. I mean, we don't want to store the files on the machine, and OKV solves the purpose. But when it comes to cloning or creating a new database with needs access to the original keys, how easy it is. Is it also the same way it is blissful as we did it using TDE keys in the past? I mean, file-based TDE keys in the past. So let's get started. So this is a two-part series, like I said. So as usual, we have our steps prepared. So we first prepare the source machine. Just check. Yep. So let's first prepare the source machine, and then the second step is to perform the restore. So this is a two-part series. So the preparation of the source machine involves creating a new database and encrypting the data. And the second part of the video is restoring the actual DB. So let's get started. So we're going to prepare the source machine now. That's our first plan. So I have the plan book as well, but I will just stick to the notepad for now. So I took some time to set up the environment. So as usual, this black and white screen is our source, and this yellow background is our target. So right, let's get started. So here the first step is to ensure we have a successful OKV setup. To start with, in machine A, here the machine A is this machine. So let's get going. So I just wanted to, this is all GUI here, so most of the steps. So I'm already connected to my OKV node. It's a 2-node cluster, so I'm connected to node 1, and there is one more node. So if you see here, it's a multi-master cluster. Yeah, you see both are active, read write, and they're healthy. But I think I have some alerts outstanding. We are going to see videos on how to address those alerts. But for now, our objective is, let's stick to our objective, which is nothing but yeah, you see here 12 days only we have key rotation is pending. So we will do that. That also is fine. But first step, we wanted to set up a virtual wallet. And I have already done a detailed video on how to set up a virtual wallet, endpoint setup, mapping the permission, and making the virtual address the default one. All that are already covered in the previous video. So we are quickly going to go through the video rather than explaining the steps. So virtual wallet is a place where all your keys will be kept. So you go into the keys and tabs, go to the wallet, and here go, come on, yeah, go to the create tab. Let's do it again. So go to keys and wallets, go to wallets, go to create, and name of the key. So which key you want, what is the wallet name you wanted to test? So this is mainly a testing purpose. So but still we'll give a proper naming convention. This is the source machine name. So and the name of the DB for which I'm going to associate this wallet. But normally you don't need to necessarily associate it with one database. You can have a mini database sharing the same key. In case of a rack, it happens. And in case of a rack and sorry, not rack. In case of a standby environment, you'll have multiple databases sharing the same key. Right. So, but here I'm going to associate it with single DB. Okay, this is my DB. So wallet for GGTGD 060 DB. Wallet type is general, not SSH. and add wallet contents. If you want to add any of the existing key, master encryption key, or any other keys to the new wallet that you're creating, you can add it here. We are not going to do this now, but in the next phase, our second step, we will do it definitely. And we are not going to mark it as unique. I know it's already unique, so I'm not going to mark it unique. If I mark it as unique, it will add some prefix or something, but otherwise it will take some time to make it in active state, a minute or so, so that it can go to the other node, verify that there are no other wallet with the same name exists, then only it will make it as active. So the wallet is created. Let's move on to the next step. So this is done. And next step is endpoint setup. So let's go to the endpoints. And we need to create a new endpoint. So let's go ahead and add an endpoint. So if you notice here, we already have a format for the endpoint. So let's stick to that. So let's add this endpoint. So it's with the database name again. So I'm just going to change the name of the host. All right, ways and yeah, fine. I will anyway keep it in the way I need it. So I will just say that it's the endpoint. I'm going very specific to the DB this time because I can have multiple endpoints on the same server as well. Per database, you can have one OKV environment. So that's the reason I wanted to set up multiple endpoints. And it's an Oracle database, platform is Linux, endpoint for GG0T60 database running on. This was even a question one guy asked in the Oracle forum. Can I have more than one Oracle key vault setup, endpoint setup per server? Yes, obviously you can have. As long as you keep them separate Oracle key vault home in the target server, you can have as many as you want. So that's the answer for that question. So now we wait for the endpoint registration, endpoint addition to complete. Let's look at the next step. Map the permission for the endpoint to the endpoint. Map the permission for the wallet to endpoint. Let's do that. It takes time. It takes while. Let's wait because we have a dependency on this step, so we cannot do rush this step past quickly. Alright, let's review the steps. So next step is to make the virtual wallet as the default one for the endpoint. After the next, the next step to the next, and then we enroll the endpoint. So the endpoint enrollment will take 5-10 minutes time. So this many steps are there. And then once you're done with that, you need to create a profile file. So we will just go ahead, and now we see that the endpoint is created and it is in register state, but we need to make it in enroll state. That's when the after the enrollment step is complete, you will make them into enroll state. So now let's go ahead and map the virtual wallet. So you just click here, and then you can make map the virtual wallet to this endpoint. So access to the wallet, add. I'm not going to create an endpoint group to keep this exercise very simple. Normally that is recommended if your virtual wallet is going to be shared with more than one endpoint. You better create an endpoint group, and then if at all you want to have read-write access both. But for my case, in a cloning environment, I don't want read-write access to the target environment, just read access. So I'm not, moreover, this is not a cluster environment or standby environment. So I'm not going to create any endpoint group. So in case of a rack and a standby environment, you definitely need to have an endpoint group. So don't manage it with the endpoint, it will become a nightmare. So we associate this, and you just change the permission to read and modify and manage wallet. And then we need to have one more action to make it as a default wallet. Have a direct access. So you see here default wallet, choose wallet. And this is our default wallet. See, this is a wallet we created, and we are just choosing that as a default wallet. This covers the next two steps we were seeing in there. Right, registered. And we just save everything. Save here. And saved. And then we save here. Saved as well. So now we again go here and verify if all the changes we made were successful. So this is an endpoint name, and it is for 060 server, and it is in registered state, and its default wallet is this, and you have access to the wallet and read, write, and manage state. So we just mentioned that we have done this step, endpoint setup, map wallet permission, make the virtual wallet as the default wallet. All these steps are done. And make a mix of a GUI and CLI step, enroll the endpoint. So this is the important step. We just need one more access. Let's duplicate this tab. I'm just going to log out from here. I need to go to the main logon page. Right, I need to generate the token before that. All right, send enrollment token. Okay, let's generate a session as ended because I logged off. It's session ended. Okay, I'll just see the enrollment token now because this step needs enrollment token. You need to generate. Let's go to this enrollment option. Come on, why is it not keeping me logged in? Is this default tab is killing me? Let's see. Let's wait for it to load. Ignore, add endpoints. I just need to generate the endpoint token. Okay, we need to generate. Okay, let me just go here. Fine, just bear with me a minute. All right, I'm being such a stupid. So here the enrollment token is visible here. Why do we need to send it? So this is our enrollment token. So we just stored it. We just go here. We go into the enrollment, endpoint enrollment and software download. Enrollment token, and it's an Oracle database. We don't choose any other thing. And Linux description, enrollment, download for 060. So GGTGT 060 DB. Submit the token, and you should be able to download the software now. It's processing. It should download us the file. Let it download. Yep. See here, it's downloaded. One download is in progress. Yep, it's done. So I'll just transfer this file and I'll come to the main screen where we need to do the next step. So bear with me a minute. So if you see here, the OKV client is available here. The file which we downloaded. This is a file which is very critical file, guys. If you don't share this with any other machine, that machine can impersonate as this machine, wherever for whichever you created this OKV jar. So it should be deleted as soon as you complete your enrollment. Oracle will take care of deleting it. Just that you don't share it with anyone else. Just delete it from everywhere. This is only dedicated for this particular setup. Okay. So log into the endpoint server as the endpoint admin. This is endpoint admin is nothing but the Oracle user. This is our server. We logged in already. Navigate to the directory where it is kept. Yeah, we are here where the file is kept. Yep. And designate the OKV home to ensure it is empty. Run the Java command shared below. Okay. So this is where our kept our OKV binary, and I wanted to just run this. So I wanted to see if I have Oracle base already set up. Yep, it's there. So I want to see if we already have this particular path available. If it does, then everything should be fine. It's not there. Oracle SID is missing. So let's create. Now if I run this, I should see. Oracle SID, fine. It's wrong. Yeah. Now how many places I need to change this? So done. Let's check if this path exists now. No, it should be there. Not bad. So we create this directory. and we create this directory too. So we need to just set this path variables, wallet root. Set the wallet root, we set the OKV home. Now we check if this OKV home exists. We need to create this path. So that's what those are all discussed already in the other video. So they doesn't exist. Just create this path. Now if you run this, so it's on the admin directory, admin, okay, OKV. So this is created. There is one more directory need to be created that we will create it later. Now let's launch this command. Let's launch this command. So our OKV home will not be this path. So see, I made a mistake. So we have to keep this path as $OKV home. Let's change this. We don't want to extract the content somewhere else, so we will extract it here. It will prompt for a password. Let's keep our password simple for this test scenario. Oh yes, with Java, it's not there. So I need to put the source variable as Oracle underscore home JDK bin Java. Let's see if it's there here. Yeah, now it's fine. There is a particular version of Java you need, I think 6, 7, 8. So ensure that the Java versions are honored already. If you are in 19C, you're already honoring that, so don't worry about it. So it's asking you for a password. Don't enter for auto login. They say it's enter to auto login. Don't get carried away. Enter the password properly. It's 8 characters. Okay. I just kept small, very simple password. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. Yeah, that's done now. Let's examine if we have content already created in this particular directory. Yeah, they are there. Now let's move on. Ensure to change the permission. Okay, so we would have ideally set up some files in this path. So let's go through this. Run the Java command shared below. Yes, we just finished it. Impacts OKV util and administer key management password. So that's why I ask you, you set up the password. See, I mentioned here you can just enter this, enter to avoid password prompt, but I will not recommend this. It creates problem. So don't allow this to be null. Even when I had a call with Oracle, they recommended you set the password. It has multiple meanings. When you don't have a password and auto login, they have two different way of observation with the different engineers, and the documentation also has a different meaning at different places. Ensure you enter the password, which is very simple. And install finishes. Yes. Launch the root.sh. Yes, we need to launch the root.sh as root user. That will create this directory. So let's launch this as root user $OKV underscore home and then bin root.sh. So I would not say we will enter OKV home because this OKV home will not be referenced in the root user. I'll just go ahead and switch and launch this. Oh, no fetch file directory. I think you got 2 times the bin directory, so let's change it. First, let's see if the file is there. Yes, it does. Now it's done. Library already exists at the right location. Yes. All we need is that library, this library. I'll show you. There is a HSM library, libORAPKCS. This is the HSM library with which Oracle coordinates, be it Oracle database. Oracle database is one of the client which OKV supports. It's not its world. It supports SSH keys, Java, and many other deployments. So it's not just this key. So this HSM key is needed for every other deployment. Imagine this can be the same scenario with the other HSM vendors as well. Let's say, for instance, Vagrant. Vagrant also provides a HSM, and they also supply you a library key like this. And only thing that we need to ensure is that in my procedure I would have written that you need to say here. See the 755, that's very important. You need to have 755 across all the levels. So I think since I already have it, I'm going to give it up. It should already be there properly since you have the permission of this path set to 755. from opt oracle to the last directory level. So validate the key access using OKV util. Now let's launch our OKV util. So which OKV util? I don't think I will have which OKV util launching it properly. But OKV home slash bin slash OKV util hyphen list should prompt you for the password. Server connection failed. Okay, why is it failing? 92, okay, so let me just check. 192, 168, 194.10. Okay, let me try launching the OKV util from here, from another deployment. Was the path referred in my previous document? Just need to go to this blog. I need to find out my previous deployment. September. Okay, so the path we had was this in the target machine. So let's check here if you have access still or not. Just go here. Which DB we created the OKV wallet last time for? Oh, come on. You will not be blocking the 5696 port number on which OKV runs really. There'll be not blocked. Just give me a minute. Port 22 will be blocked, but not 21. See here. The same IP. We have already enrolled it, meaning that we were able to connect fine. Why is it not connecting now? Let me see if we can ping it. Yeah, it's reachable. Okay, let me just run it with the show -e. Show. It's not list upload download sign. Show, okay. Yeah, -c. It's small e. Okay. So no, why would it say that? It didn't even print the server to which it's trying to connect. Let's see. Yeah, 120 reset to 5696, 123, 5696. They are reachable. They have ICMP packet transfer. Alright, let's run this in trace to see what exactly it's, when it says server failed, what exactly is happening. Let's see. I don't know if this will launch it from here or into the password. Okay, exited with. All right. So this has been quite a while. I mean, I faced an error some 10 days before. The error was the endpoint was not able to connect to the OKV machine. That was the error when I ran OKV util list. You might have seen just before. So it's 10 days break. I didn't find a triage the incident. All I need was just to reboot my laptop again and check. I didn't do it. I was lazy or I was quite occupied. I didn't do it. But now again, I found an opportunity, so I found my opportunity to resume my lab, and luckily the setup is working fine. Don't ask me how it started working fine. All happened between was the server laptop reboot, so all my systems were restarted. So now it's working. So let's see. This is part one setup. Like I said, we are going to go through the same plan book, and we'll see how it comes up. Okay. All right. So this was the Excel book we were preparing in parallel to our notepad. This is our notepad. So we are continuing from here. Validate the key access using OKV util. Now if I show you this, I should be able to grasp something. So I go to OKV home, then OKV util space list. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this was, oh my god, why? I just got it listing. It was working fine. You can see here it worked fine. Okay, wait. Where are we? We are in the right directory. Right. So why would it not work? It just was working fine. Again, something is not right. Okay, let's give it a try again. Probably I'll copy paste this one. Ah, it works fine now. I don't know, it's intermittent, it seems. Anyway, no, it works fine now. So you can see here. If you go to the actual wallet also, I'm connected to the wallet. You can see here there is only one content or one asset in the wallet. That's only this template. And you see the template here listing. So as such, OK list is working fine. Let's continue. We need to set up a DB profile. Set it up. GGT060. Okay. All right. So we got our profile set up. All right. It's ready now. So profile is created. So let's see if we get OK home. Okay. So let's go back here. Virtual wallet is set up. Profile DB is set up. So we say this is complete. This is complete. And let's see if you're able to source it fine. So just try a new one. You can see Oracle SID, Oracle base, OKV home. Yeah, everything is sourced fine. Yep, we will mark this also as complete. Done until here. Secure the outputs. And I would, while I was blogging about this particular video, now you please always feel free to visit my blog, which is oracledbplanner.blogspot.com. I don't just talk about, I mean, my videos may be delayed, but I continue blogging because every now and then I face an issue in my work, or if I find something new and that's interesting, I just used to write it, because video is demands next level of effort compared to blogging, right? So I use blogging. I quite often I do it. So you can go check my blog all the time whenever you find some time. Yeah. So just copy this content output as well. And on the top, yeah, I did this already. So this is nothing new, but anyway, I'll try to collect the outputs for this screens as well. I have party screen, I think. Party log, I think I can copy this account. But let's continue. Proceeding forward. Source of profile, yeah, this is complete. And we saw this values already. This is the output we should be pasting here. Yeah. All right, now next is DB compatibility set to total. Oh, okay. Our databases have much higher versions, so don't need to be concerned about it. Start the DB. Let's have the listener started as well. Okay, let's check as part of the procedure. Let's check the compatibility. I request you do a health check of the DB whenever you restart the DB. Okay, but I'm just proceeding forward because I don't, not to make the video very short and to the objective. I'm not doing the health check. So, yeah. So the listener is not still listening. Okay. It's 151, so it should automatically register in some time. Yeah, it came up. And let's continue. So compatibility set to total no, and ensure wallet root OKV path exists in all. All right, this I'll just copy paste the content. Yeah, and then ensure wallet root and OKV home path exists in voice. Yeah, they do exist, isn't it? So if I check wallet root, I think this path. We didn't set this path, but the path is actually this. This is wallet root. We should have this path existing and OKV home existing. Yeah. So both paths exist or not? Yes, they exist. The outputs. Now verify the output of the below query. We have not yet created a. We have not set this value set for the new database. So we'll just evaluate what the current settings are. So the current setting is fine. So user on app Oracle admin is G060 wallet. That's a wallet root. Yeah, that's proper. By default, it's the one which is picked up, but we need to change the values of show parameter wallet underscore root. Show parameter TDE configuration. We don't have both the parameters set. I think that's next one we are going to now talk. So anyway, I'll just preserve the outputs. Right now there is no values for them. All right, next is so, okay, they are not set. I don't know how did I miss that. We need to set them up first. All right. Before we can set this one, we need to. All right, let's set that auto system set. I'll add that step in both my notepad and. Setup wallet root TDE configuration. You cannot actually set both the parameters together. Wallet root isn't requires a DB restart, so right, so let's do that. Wallet root. TDE config. We are not now migrating. We are actually not migrating. We are directly going to have direct. I mean, we are going to set up fresh, right? So we are going to directly have this value. So TDE configuration. Okay. Set to. Okay, just give me a minute. Okay, this is how the values comes. Okay, if you see here, I have the wallet root and then TDE configuration value set to null. This parameter cannot be changed online, so we set this in the memory. And this parameter cannot be changed until you get the value reflecting in wallet root. So let's restart the DB. Take only a minute. Let's give it a minute. All right, the DB restart is completed. You can see here. And let's check the values of this parameter. So wallet root is proper. TD is still not set, so let's set this value now. This doesn't need a restart, so it should accept. So you can see here TD value is set. Now let's run the same query. Next again. Just take down this values. All right, let's move on and check the values again. They exist in OS, so we don't need to verify it. Okay, now you can see here OKV source is closed and file-based TDE is not available. That's absolutely fine. No MEK is found, so we need to create the MEK. That's our next step. So we're on the right track. Let's get the values recorded. So we'll say that this is the output after. We set the path. So I'll just copy this before and after. So this is after. So this is in closed state. Now we need to set the new master encryption key. I'm going to set the same password. Okay. Now you'll see this wallet is being generated. Key is being generated. You can see here as well. Yeah, if you select here, new key should be added by now. Not yet uploaded. Wait for it to finish. So another clock tailed. Let's tail the other clock. Let's see what's happening. Why it takes long. This command is still running. You can see no messages are printed yet. Come on, quick. And also I wanted to record sometime a video on how to re-enroll the endpoint, because at times you may see a endpoint certificate expiration, and under that scenario how to do that. That's very easy. I'll just show you how do you do it. You go to the endpoint. Let's say I have an endpoint here, right? This, let's say we wanted to re-enroll 060. You have this option re-enroll. All you need to do is do this. Again, you will get a new enrollment token, and you need to just untar the jar file and then deploy everything fresh. Root.sh may not be needed, but extracting the jar file is needed. The jar file will bring up the new certificate that is generated, and that will deploy there in the server. That way, the endpoint certificate gets rotated. For security reason, you need to do this regularly. Alright, the key is generated. ME key is added, and you can see here. New master encryption key is generated, and a new archlog is also generated. Log file switch for new master key complete. So from here on, I think you will need encryption MEK accessible for any more archlog that we generate to restore or recover. Alright, let's continue. Yeah, this is good. This is good. So I checked the alert log as well. So now we just say this, and then we will again check the status of the files. This is the output of the alert log. Okay, and now let's rerun the same queries we had. Okay, see, now it says open, and I'm not going to show you all the values. I'll probably limit this. See here, but this is important. It is open and not available. We are going to create the auto login, so that should also be accessible. You can see what we will do is we'll take the key ID and creation time and key user, key type, origin, and then create a DB. Alright, so we'll have only this output, so it's easy to follow at least. Creation time. It's there. Why is it failing? Alright, let's create a DB name. Okay, it's easy to see, right? So this is key ID, creation time. That's now, and then key in use TDE. Key type is OKV, origin local. GT060 because too many values confuses. So now if I go here in the keys and wallets, I should see a new asset for the wallet. Can you see here symmetry key? This is a master. See MKID master encryption key ID. This is the value. This is added now. So let's move on. Store this output. So now you should be able to generate and encrypt the table spaces and so on. Let's create a new table space and see how it works. Add auto login. Okay, fine. Let's see if this path exists. Now search file directory. Let's create a directory. No, wallet root. It's not aware of what is wallet root, right? So this is our wallet root is. Let's see. We'll replace everywhere wallet root with this path. No such file directory. Okay, so now it exists. And we wanted to run this command same as the other password. So we will just right, that's actual command. Okay, let's do that. Okay, for it. Okay, we cannot put it in double quote, I guess. We need to put it in single quote. Alright, this is also done. And I think you're not generating anything for this one because this is just an auto login key. SSF file would have been created by now. You can see the status now. This is not going to change the values of either encryption keys, but this one will change. See, it says still not available. Let's wait. Did it change anything here? Nothing. So let's take care of this alone. And just note down this output. We just reported the output. So we took care of it. Try to close the wallet and see what happens. What I feel is when I try to close the wallet, you're actually trying to refresh the status of the wallet. So now I think your wallet status should have changed. Yeah, it still says not available. And beauty is it stays closed. Fine. So it's the first time I'm seeing this properly working close and open. But you can see now it's changed to open a master key. Okay. So let's record this. It didn't print any messages for this. But this is what we need. It's in the proper state to open a master key. We took down the outputs anyway. Launch the OKV detail list to see. The new master encryption key. Okay. Okay, it's fine. New MEK is listed. Show. Okay, enter the password. Small E, not upper key. Small case. Created by admin and cluster node, cluster group. Certification expiration is July 2026. 1 year. So let's get the output stored. All right. This is fine. Now we are going to create a new table space. So let's do that. Extract from video and encrypted table spaces. Do we have any table spaces encrypted? No. Let's create a new encrypted table space. Yeah, table space is created. Right. Now let's see if it's encrypted. Yeah, we now have one table space in encrypted format. The table space number is 9. And yeah, OKV TS1 is encrypted. That's what we created. Let's create a new user. This is deployment. So this user needs to be updated. Sorry about that, team. Let's grant all these permissions. You'll have all this content posted in the actual website, blog site. So you should be able to see that. We missed the table space name. Okay, VTS1. We are creating a table in the encrypted table space now. We know that OKVTS1 is already encrypted. Let's see. What is segment name? Segment type. Segments. So this table we just created is residing in OKVTS1. It's proven, and that's encrypted. You cannot read it unless you decrypt the table. So. Okay, this is you can see record also. We are able to see the records also. Let's store the output. Just remove this, which are going to confuse you if I leave it. This one as well. We don't want this message. Alright, let's continue. Now we need to perform a cold backup. So I'll just shut the DB down. When it gets shut down, I need to know where you can keep the backup. Right, I have 2 locations I can keep the backup. Right, let's keep it in one of the places. For now, let's keep it down. With a backup, it won't take long time. Let's see how quickly we can complete this video. Main objective is that the DB gets, we are able to initiate the DB restore and the restore works fine. Maybe another 15 minutes. We should be able to know that. So let's start up mount. We need to, while we perform the backup in parallel, we can move on with the next task, which is to register another instance, the restore instance. Let's start registering the restore instance. So we should be able to use that for performing the restore and recovery. We will pick up another server, maybe my source machine, another machine where I can perform the restore. So let's see, DB is mounted. This is a shared location, so we'll put the, it may not be shared, yeah. Right, our arc has the capacity. Right, let's keep it like this. Let's do this. Environment target class command file. Okay. Let's see. It should not take a lot of time. In the meantime, let's pick up our next machine, which. Alright, open the wallet. Why? Oh, let me cancel this. Why? I don't need anything without the. Let's see if the wallet was shut down. If it is, I will open that wallet first before, because we need the wallet to be in open state. Yeah, it's closed. Okay. Let's open that. It's open now. Unknown master. Yeah, this will say this way when the DB is in on state. But don't worry about it. This is how it will show. Unless the DB is open, it will not show us open. So it will say unknown master encryption key status only. It's okay. Backup, every encryption, and the backup should encrypt fine now. Let it run. So start another day server for our backup restore. Let's see if we already have any endpoints registered from that server. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I guess an endpoint is a combination of server, DB, both together, not just server alone. You can have many endpoints in the same server. Per database also you can have one endpoint in the same server. So if I go here, do I have an endpoint for 05? Yes, I think I have an endpoint for the SRC machine as well. Okay. There's a shared endpoint between, yeah, I think there should be a group then. Yeah. SRC 040. Yeah, that means there's an endpoint which is shared between both GGSRC, my GGTGT and GGSRC. Both machines has a shared endpoint. But anyway, it's fine. No problem. Backup finished. I don't think we have any errors this time. See, no errors. Recovery manager complete. So you need to ensure your OKV is open before we perform the backup. So now all we need is having access to this 3 or 4 backup pieces on the other machine which we are starting. We cannot do anything at the moment, I think, but we will just start a new endpoint edition. All right, so we set up this way and register. In endpoint, see if the DB started fine. Yeah, it started. And port number 2022. Okay, let's connect to that. I'll change this color. We'll keep this in a different color right now. Right. It should work fine, just fine. Just transfer this backup pieces to over here. I'm going to restore as GGTGD060 only. Not changing anything. Okay. Okay, the backup is getting transferred. We need these pieces within. Okay, we got the control file also transfer. We got all the files we need. Okay, first now we will not have the OKV open. Let's try restoring the DB and see what happens. Okay, so then that will be interesting to see, right? What happens when you don't have the OKV open. So the first is a failure scenario. So let's go down and see what happens. Try go to the new server and repeat OKV registration. The failed scenario. Try to restore the DB without OKV. DB without OKV. Let's see what happens. What is the error you will receive? I don't really know what's the error you will get. Before we will do that, let's see if we can source some profile. Oh god, we don't have a 19C binary here. That's interesting. In that case, I need to find a machine where I have 19C binaries. Yeah, I cannot do the restore here, so I think these backups are not useful now. Then I will just locate a new machine. I have another machine where I have binaries available. Right, let's halt this. Okay, let me just go here. We need a 19C machine, isn't it? So I think we should have in the yeah, here it should be there. Just give it a minute, it should come up. So let's break her for a minute. All right, well, let's continue while my machine comes up. You see here, my machine is coming up. Let it come up. But in the meantime, I don't think I can use this endpoint. Let's remove this. Because we need to get it a new endpoint added. I'll just collect this. Because that machine doesn't have a 19C binary, so we just saw that. So I'll just go into see. We're going to do it here. Same values, nothing changes. So we just register it, and we will download the jar file also, but we're not going to deploy it until we see the error. So let it take a minute. It'll take a minute to get you the endpoint created because it needs to validate against. So it's a multi-master setup, right? So it needs to validate against the other machine. So I have only a week or so now left. I need to rotate my certificates in this multi-master setup, otherwise my lab will become useless. So we will do it as well. This is down. Okay. Right, this is done. Let's get going. Yeah, this looks nice. Let's see. We should have our arc. Oh my god, it's full. Let's remove all this dumps. I don't think I need that. Let's see if I have anything which I can purge. Okay, so yeah, I'll clean up everything. All these are 2024 files. Normally you shouldn't do like this. You should do it through Armin, but I'm just doing. For now, it's already getting late for this project, so 4 GB is free. TGT060. Let's create the same backup directory here, DB backup. All right, 92, 68, yeah. Okay, let it transfer. Should take a minute. Alright, fine. All the files are here. Let's try restoring it like I said. So that's a DB ID. Let's try restore. I'm just gonna give you an overview of the DB restore commands. It automatically pick up the auto backup. Okay, let's see. We just need a 19C binary. Now, let's see. No, it won't work. I'm not allocating any channels, so I'll pick it up from this location. This is not going to know the location. The auto backup should be on the recovery area. Auto backup. I am sorry. See, I'm making mistakes. Oh, come on. Oh, yes. 060. I'm not changing the DB name. EGD 060. DB nickname equals GGD 060. All right. Startup no amount. Oh yeah. Why? GG. Oh, I put the wrong. All right. Let's see. This one video is covering OKV and registration for a new database. And then start closing and opening the OKV wallet, and troubleshooting a backup error. And now we are going to restore. We are kind of looking at the restore procedure as well. So many procedures. It's this one particular video itself is covering. I'm very happy I'm doing that. I can break up this one video into multiple pieces, but it's fine. If I find time, I'll do it as well. So now let's restart the DB with the USB file. Let's first create a p file out of the USB file. So I wanted to get out all the locations. Finish and otherwise you'll face a lot of errors, right? Let's create this. Let's create this. Right. Okay. So yes. So let's create everything mentioned here. Now let's go shut the DB down and restart the DB with SP file. how endpoint created successful message came. Right, so you can see the token here. Let's generate the jar file. Let's download the jar file. Just don't get just carried away. We're just going to download a jar file and we're going to keep. We're not going to do anything else. Okay. We need to set up a separate wallet for this one, right? Yeah, we need to create one. So let's add a wallet. Let's take down this wallet as an example. This is the wallet for the. You can add the certificates, encryption keys and everything from there itself. But let's not do it now. I'll show you how this works in step-by-step phases. So when you created just a wallet, its content is empty. You can see it's pending though, but it doesn't have any content. Okay, it will take a minute, 60 seconds to get created. Proceed forward to the next step. I'll download this while the other work is happening. Let's get this one. Download a jar file. It should download the jar file. Yeah, it's downloaded. I'll use it. Yeah. Alright, fine. So wallet is downloaded. OKV client. And point in the target machine. Yeah. Let's continue the failure scenario. The instance is shut down. Let's start it up. Now it should use P file. SP file, sorry. And let's see what's the error we are going to get. We are not, the wallet is anyway going to be empty. At this stage, let's check the status of the OKV keys. And then we move on. I already set up the parameters, right? We have restored the SP file as it is. So let's see. See, wallet root is proper. The path does exist, but does not have any content. No, it doesn't have TDE folder or OKV folder. Nothing is there. So it cannot work. OKV file. And this one should say not available and OKV is closed. And you should ideally not see any encryption keys because you did not set up the OKV yet. So you will not have any access to any OKV keys. Now let's try restoring the DB. Restore the control file now and let's try mounting. It's an auto backup, right? So we should have control file also here. Let's do it. I don't know, it's gonna let us do it. Oh, control file restore fine. It did. So now let's try restoring the database. We're not going to restore the whole DB. We are going to restore only the system sysox undo and the table space we encrypted. We're not going to restore anything else. Alright, let's do that. Partial restore, even it will be the same case when you do a full DB restore as well. So what's the status you saw when the database was in mounted state in the source? Let's see what's the status here when the restore DB is working here without OKV. They're all still same. Is it open or closed? Yeah, it's still closed. So I don't think it will allow us to do the restore. But let's give it a try. Restore table space system. Sysox. Undo. We have a table space names list right here. We got the list already. Yeah. Yeah. System sysox under table space 1. Sysox under table space 1. And OKV. Since we have not changed the backup location, we don't need to do anything. The location of the backup is still the same, so ideally it should work. The pieces will be picked up automatically. It should not throw error saying the file is not found. So that's what I'm trying to say. Yes, DBID is not a road. I'm sorry. We should not set the DBID. Let's see. Let's see if it is able to restore. Okay. So you see this error? Error restoring the backup piece. It is unable to decrypt the backup while it is not open. This is what I wanted to show you. So this is a failure routine. So I'll just store the previous outputs. Control file is okay and SP file is okay. But you cannot restore. You cannot restore the database because it's all encrypted. All right, let's do it. Let's go back here. So we saw the errors are already there. We're not able to get it working. So let's get the OKV working here. Let's transfer the OKV client.jar here. Set up everything. So wait for me. All right, now let's continue. So the OKV client.jar is already transported. So we follow the same procedure we followed in the past. Let's set the profile path, everything. I'm just going to, yeah, better to do this way because it's easier than the other methods. We can export and just move on. Yeah, OKV home, Oracle home. Oh, it didn't. Okay. So we just add the ORATAP entry, save for that. So we need to be careful. All right. Okay, so Oracle home and OKV home are properly set. Now let's go to the TDE and OKV. Let's untore it. Let's get going. This is the important step. So we already got this file, tar file downloaded. Here you need to run root .sh and so on. So OKV home is fine because you got the OKV home properly created. I'm going to set the same password. Alright, so the endpoint is registered successfully. Once it finishes, launch the root.sh. I'll go to this. See first if the file path exists. I never deployed OKV here, so I don't access this. I don't expect this path to exist. It's not there. So let's execute the root.sh. It's done. Now we need to give permissions recursively. Oh, all right, fine. Everything looks good. No need to give permission separately because all are 1755. Okay, that's the reason. Okay, fine. You mask is 0022. Okay, fine. This is fine. Now I'll just check if the file line soft link exists. Yeah, it does exist. It's pointing properly to GGD061 OKV conf. So now let's try OKV list. Let's see. No objects found. Yeah, nothing is there yet. Alright, now, even now, it will not work. So we made a OKV accessible, right? Let's see. We can connect to the DB. Let's check the status of the OKV now. You can create a new master encryption key. It's absolutely fine. But we need to be able to restore the DB, isn't it? So that's what our objective is. Let's see. Where do we stand now? Check this to output. So it's still in closed state. If you add a new encryption key, it will automatically become open state. But we are not looking to create a new master encryption key. We wanted the vault keys to be accessible. So let's I don't think if you try restoring the DB, it's gonna work. It's gonna still throw the same error. Let's get the keys added. Okay, let's log in. And why I'm specifically doing this test is because I had one error in my working environment. I wanted to really triage to see if you want the keys to be accessible only in the OKV util, or you need to see the keys in the VDAR encryption keys as well. That's my only concern for restoring a DB. So let me see that. So now, first of all, we need to grant this wallet access to our other wallet, to our other endpoint. First, we will do that. Okay. Wallet access setting. All right. You can do it from here, or you can do it from the endpoint side as well. We don't want endpoints only. We need endpoints. SA1. SA1 is our endpoint. We give him read, write, read and modify, manage wallet. We don't want to give direct access to this wallet. Okay. We can do that, but it's not recommended. So now if I go and I list here, will this make any difference? So still no objects found. At least a template should be normally there. Even that template is not there here because it's an empty wallet. So you can see here GGTGD060 has all the access it needs. Now, what you can do is you can go to the wallet content, edit the wallet content. Now you need to find out the content of the other wallet you wanted to add here. You're just going to shade it and not going to actually move the object. So see here, this is the wallet and master encryption key we need to have access. I don't need access to any other thing. Just this one encryption key I need to have access. Just going to add it now. I mean, you're not actually moving the object, you're just granting only one encryption key access to the other wallet as well. So here you see here now it has its presence in SA1 and GGTGT. Okay, now we should be able to try restore this database GGTGT060 on the SA1 database server. Let's see if it works. Let's see if the OKV list should list our keys, because the heading means there is some difference, because earlier it did not even print the heading. Okay, now you see the key is accessible. Let's see in the DB what is it. So that will be very interesting, because that's another challenge I had with Oracle. You wouldn't believe how much time I spent on this investigation. So it's still closed, so which means that it's not going to show up. But we can do one thing, we can try opening the wallet as we did in the past. But I guess it will throw an error saying this is not your wallet, so I cannot open it for you. So maybe it will insist that you generate a new master encryption key. Who knows? If it insists that, then I can create a new master encryption key. But as far as I know, what Oracle told me is that all you need is this key should be accessible in OKV to list, and ideally you should be able to work with that. But let's see. When you try to open the wallet, which wallet are you going to open? So that question is there also. So this will generate a new key. We don't want to do that. We want to have access to the original key. It's an open key. Yeah, close and open. Let's see if it can open it. Oh, it opened. Okay. Oh, fine. That's wonderful. It says open unknown master encryption key, which means that the key should be accessible here. I will be surprised if it does not. We followed step by step now. If it is placed here, then it'll be quite interesting to see what happens. Let's see. I'll check the alert log while. Always keep an eye on the alert log. Right, let's see. Right, fine. Okay, this is okay. These errors are fine. Oh, super. You have access to the encryption key. Now I don't think you will face any error. So let's go back and record these values here. Right, let me just go down below. So enrollment is done. Let me just note down this, what we did. I just store everything. This is enrollment. All right, now So this is before giving access. We did that. And, before we did that, we don't have anything. We had access. So startup no amount. Okay, this is fine. Refer to the other notepad where we tested failure routine. Now DB is in on state. The encryption key MEK is needed only for DB restore. DB file restore. I think I read somewhere if you encrypt the whole database, then only the control file will be encrypted. Otherwise, it doesn't. But anyway, already stored. Okay, let's try to a partial restore now. I can do this or I can do that. I can skip the table spaces, whichever I don't need. Skip forever. Automatically Oracle will put them into. Table space. This way Oracle will put the data files in offline. We don't need to put it manually. And this. Let's try restoring now. Last time we faced an error. Let's see now what happens. Okay, so it's restoring fine now. Last time we had an error, now no errors. Should put all of the data files into offline drop state. Yeah, why? There's not space left. Yeah, no space left on the device. Fine. Should have noted it. I know what it already lacks space. Oh, GG data over data. Yeah. Need to clean up something which is not there, but I don't think I can clean up anything. Right, let's not do it here. Let's set a new path or data to this has space, so sugar db create file test. See. New name for database to new. Alright, let's see. Should honor now. I don't know if it restored something. It never said anything is restored. 3 channels or 3 file errors. Okay, it's fine. Running okay. The control file is still there. Let's see. Is it done already? Yeah, it's already done. Let's see. Alright. I think it's still that's not restored. I think recover file command only will offline drop them. File hash command name. Anyway, this is the one step I wanted to validate. This worked fine, so I don't think I need to be concerned about anything. I know it's pretty lengthy video. I don't know when I'm going to upload this as well because it's gonna consume a lot of time uploading this video as well. So only 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4 data files except everything else. I just need to drop them. Database data file for offline drop 5 offline drop 6 offline drop 7 8 9 10. Okay, 8 9 not 10. If I drop 10, then this will defeat my whole purpose. I need to be able to select the data at the end. That's the goal. We had some data, we should be able to compare that. All right, so now let's run report schema. Okay, switch database to copy. Okay, fine. Switch data file 1 to copy, 2 to copy, 3 to copy, 4 to copy. Okay. Copy. And then switch data file 10 to copy. Edit offline drop. What's the status of the files? Yeah, recover. Okay, we don't need to worry about that. There's some more code backup, right? So let's open. Is it logs? Wait, what's the path of video log? What's the size? 50 MB each. Okay. Let us do that. All we are trying to do is to prove that this is a procedure you need to follow for. The review is open already. Let's quickly check. So which tables we are getting listed here? Alright, we have the table space OKV one. Let's see if you have the data listed here. That is what our aim is. There also you see the table space is encrypted. Alright, come on, why? You need a comma, okay. Fine, let's do that. And what's the status of our encryption keys column? Let's check this. Okay, we open. Okay, let's do this. To see the status one more time. Because now you open the DB. See. Is open. Okay. It was saying open, no master encryption key found, or unknown master encryption key status, right? Now it became open. Because the database is open, it knows what is its master encryption key. So if at all you generate a new master encryption key, it will generate only for this DB. It will not affect the source database. That's the idea behind sharing the master encryption key to a different wallet. So this endpoint has its own dedicated wallet. So this endpoint has a dedicated wallet, so to which its encryption key is stored. Right now we have only one encryption key which is shared between two endpoints. So even if you generate a new endpoint key, new master encryption key, this is not going to tamper the master encryption key coming from GGTGT. This is source, right? The color is different. So you have the data accessible here. So let's compare this one with that other source. See if there is any difference. So start out done. Sorry. Done. SA1 dot out. That's a raw data. And similarly, ggtgt dot out. Let's see what's its value. If you do a diff, do we see any difference? No difference. So files are restored properly. No data is accessible. Let I store the outputs here. And then we offline drop the database, data files. And we report it. We switched. And so this is how we complete this test scenario. So I hope this makes some sense that um, all we need to do in a scenario when you need to restore a DB with the OKV as your key vault or wallet, then you need to do is set up a separate endpoint and separate asset, separate wallet, and share the master encryption key from the source database to the target wallet. And then you already do the permission sharing or set up the permission for the endpoint to the target wallet. That and all you will do. Just that the master encryption key from the source needs to have access to the target. If you really want to rotate the encryption key, you can set the new master encryption key in the target. So the encryption key gets rotated in the target, but it doesn't affect the source. That's all. Hope you really like this video. This see, yes, we have. Refer to the other note. Okay, just I will need to consolidate all this. Some editing work is there, but this is fine. I rewrite the DB, so open reset logs for that. Okay. Data matching. That's it done. Okay, so let's go to this PowerPoint. So we set up the fresh. So what all we covered in this video? First, we have gone through the procedure for setting up TDE key on a OKV on a fresh setup. We are not doing any migration here. Fresh setup, and we encrypted the table space, and then we took a backup of the DB. We saw some errors when we took the backup, and in the cold, in the mount state, when the wallet was not open, we faced some error. We opened the wallet explicitly, and then we took the backup. Then we picked up another machine to which we did not first of all set up the wallet itself. We did not set up OKV. We faced errors restoring the database. SP file and control files were okay, restoring fine. But data file we were not able to restore because we were getting the wallet not open error. Then we set up the endpoint. We entered the OKV jar file, and then we did whatever we have to do as part of enrollment. And then the parameters were already proper intact. The P file was coming from the source. So the database is in mount state, and then you needed to manually open the wallet, OKV wallet, and it became open unknown master encryption key status. And then but the keys were visible. The source key was visible. We didn't create a new key though. Source key was visible. Then we initiated the partial restore of the DB. The restore was successful, and we did a reset logs, and the DB we were able to see the data, and we compared the data against the source, and we were completely matching. This is how you need to do the restore. So we covered both part 1, fresh setup, and restore of the DB in another server with OKV. Thanks guys, thanks for joining with me. I hope you really like this video. If you really like this video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to How to Learn channel, and please share it with your other friends who may be interested in OKV, or if they are not even interested in OKV, still this OKV video is not just talking about OKV. It talks about restoring the database. It talks about encryption. So you can still share this video with them, so they also learn about what is TDE in Oracle and how does this impact the backup restore procedures. So thank you guys. Thanks for joining with me. I will see you in the next video. And